Hello, bestie. Welcome to Martinis with Eddie. Tonight we have a special conversation about last night episode of Real Housewives of Potomac and Family Karma. Um, yeah, it was a really hot episode filled with drama, and we are gonna be talking about it all here tonight. So grab your drink, sit down, and just let's get into it. Potomac started with the aftermath of the fight that we saw in the previous episode, and I still saying this because I feel it in my bones. I'm Team Wendy. I'm not ashamed of saying it because um, Mia was doing the most. Mia was definitely doing the most. She did not have any business to go and ask Patricia what was happening between Wendy and and the business and what's not. So, if you ask me, the person who started all the issues was Mia, and the fact that she threw that glass of water on um, on Wendy's face, that was enough for me to say, Mia, you lost the fight. And when she left, she called, Papa G, and she wanted to go back home, and he got her the ticket. And also, we know that Wendy was heading back to pack her stuff and go to a hotel because she didn't feel comfortable staying at Mia's. I mean, and I don't blame her. She was literally physically attacked by her. And I think that was the smart thing to do, remove herself from the situation, remove herself from that negative energy, and avoid any further, altercation between her and Mia. So kudos for Wendy for doing the right thing. But on the other hand, we have Giselle, Robin, Mia, and Jacqueline chitty chatting in the room in a little cave, like four technically, four Disney villains planning what to say about what happened when Candice comes back. So somebody had to tell Candice that what happened was wrong and all this stuff. And I mean, yeah, I'm exhausted with Giselle. She is acting like she is the head queen of the group, and she is trying to manipulate the conversation. And the fact that she previously was against violence when we saw in previous season when the whole Monique versus Candace, and she was very outspoken how violence is wrong and how she didn't want to allow her daughters to act that way or live in a world where women attack each other. Yet we're here when Mia was on the wrong and she's now defending her. So I'm shocked. I'm like trying to figure out what's happening here. Um in the morning when they all wake up and they're having a good time because they're getting ready to celebrate Karen's birthday, we saw something. I noticed something. When they were talking to Ashley, Giselle in the confessional was trying to make Ashley to sound like she was a hypocrite for taking side with Wendy. And then as I'm watching the show, I'm thinking, literally you did that. You were being a hypocrite because you contradicted yourself. Maybe because this time around it's happening to somebody that you don't like. And Robin, when the producer asked her, so why you are on Mia's side? And she said, because I don't like Wendy. And yeah, there it is. Of course, the bias and hypocrisy of them. It was shown. I mean, at least she's admitting it. But just because she's saying that um she doesn't like Wendy, it showcased lack of moral. To be honest, it showcased a little lack of understanding that what is right and wrong. You can be friend with somebody. She can be friend with Mia, but if she's not calling out the fact that her friend is doing something wrong, what type of friend does that? A friend shouldn't just be a yes, 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 yes type of person. Or like loyalty, like Mia's asking Karen to be like loyal to her regardless of whatever. because they're supposed to be friends, have each other's back at all time. But when you are 100% on the wrong, you cannot expect people to have your back. And the fact that Robin was saying that she didn't have Wendy's back because she doesn't like her, to me showcased a character flaw, something that she needs to work on. I mean, honestly, I'm the kind of person that if my friend is doing something wrong, I'm just gonna call them out. And if they stop being my friend for being honest, maybe that's not the type of friend that I want to have around. I want friends to tell me, hey, Eddie, clean your face. You have something in your cheek. You have food between your teeth or something like, call me out or tell me, Eddie, you said something wrong or problematic. And it's up to me to be the bigger person and take that in and be like, you know what? My friend is telling me this because they want me to do better. Which also showcase another character flaw in last night episode when it comes down to this conversation. Karen, Ashley, and Candace wanted to go check on Wendy. And Mia, being extremely petty, decided to uninvite Ashley and Candace with the excuse that Karen told her where she was going. And honestly, like I'm sure that Mia was trying to like be a good friend to Karen because it was her birthday, but still it showcased such a lack of um hosting skills. Like if she was the host, her only job is to make sure that her guests are feeling invited, welcome, and have a space that they feel safe to have a good time. And the moment that Ashley and Ken decide to go check on Wendy, she's gonna just stay in the van, go to the beach, have a good time, and ignore the fact that these people went to check on somebody that she attacked the night before. Am I going crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? Or leave your comment. I want to know what you think about the whole thing, especially that part where Mia does invite Ashley and Candace. I know it kind of resolved, later on the episode, but it wasn't because she texted them to invite them back. It was because Cherise decided to be her assistant and invite them back. So I want to know your opinion. I love pettiness. I'm a petty bitch too. But there is a level of knowing when to be a petty bitch and when not. And that part last night did not sit well with me because maybe because I love to host people in my house. I love to have parties and stuff in my home. So whenever somebody comes to my house, even if we have some kind of disagreement, I want to make sure that that person have a good time and we talk about whatever issue we have in a different time because I want people to feel good and invited. When Giselle and Robin and Mia went to the beach, something very creepy happened, you guys. I was shocked. If you know what I'm talking about Robin, this guy's muscles and her face, like she was like about to eat him alive, like a vampire. Like she just saw this piece of meat that she wants to eat, and yummy, 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 yummy muscles. The guy was 21. She did not ask for like any type of like consent from him to allow her to invade his personal space. And once again, here we go. I said this before in a previous episode. Robin has this really bad habit of invading people's personal space. We've seen it before. We saw it with Monique and the whole umbrella situation. We saw it with Wendy and the whole, when they were talking in the previous episode about what was happening between them. And also we saw with her and Ashley. This time was not her invading the space because she was angry or upset. She was invading it because she felt comfortable enough to touch and rub and feel somebody else's body. It was extremely creepy. If the gender role were switched, we would have in a serious conversation right now. So we need to talk about it. Just because you are a woman doesn't mean that you are allowed to touch another man. Ask for permission, ask for consent. Consent is sexy. If you want to be sexy, ask for permission. There's nothing more like maybe me as a gay man, there's nothing that grosses me out the most than people who feel entitled to touch somebody else because they say, "Oh, we're gay, we can touch each other," or let me send you a nude photo, and it's okay because we're gay. No, 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 no. If I'm not asking you for it or you're not asking for permission, do not send anything. Do not touch me. This is my space. Respect that. And that's how I see every situation when I see people invading other people's spaces. And that's what I saw last night when Robin decided to just nonchalant and on her own terms to feel this guy's body. I mean, maybe the guy felt okay with it, but that doesn't mean that she has the right to do that. You need to ask for permission, you need to ask for consent. Keep that in mind. Consent is sexy. If you want to be sexy, ask. So, also on the other side of town, it's Ashley, Candace, and we had Karen. They meet with Wendy, and Wendy drops a bomb on them because she found out that Patricia, aka Peter, also has some issue with Mia. Maybe not currently, but in the past, it seemed like Mia was not so kind or something happened between her and Patricia's previous girlfriend. I want to know what it is, you guys. When she was telling the story, I was like, please drop the bomb. I want the tea. I want to talk about it tonight. But that's all we got. And we are trying to figure out what it is. I want to know, Wendy, if you know, send me a DM. My DMs are open for tea, so I can bring it to Martinez with Eddie. Um, yeah, that was crazy. The way the Candace and everybody was like shocked. It was amazing. This episode was just like one layer after the other one, and it was nonstop drama. I'm obsessed with Potomac because they know how to, clock in and everybody, get their paycheck. I don't agree with most of the stuff that they do. Some of the ladies, I'm looking at you, Giselle, Robin, and Mia. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that they are a good cast. The cast is incredible. All of them clock in. Like Candace. Let me talk about Candace because I am a music lover. And I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. And I listened to Trina growing up. I had listened to her music. I mean, through friends and my cousin loved hip hop and rap. So her music was also part of my growing up in the '90s. So when I heard that she was working with Candace, I was like, two of my worlds collide. My '90s people and my Bravo people in one place. I want to know how that goes. And we got to see a behind the scenes in this episode of them listening to the track Insecure. And let me tell you, if you haven't listened to it, go stream it. It's out there on Apple and Spotify, whatever platform you listen your music on. Go check it out because it's hot. Trina's verse is fire. Candace is amazing. I think out of all the housewives, and I include every single franchise, she is musically the most talented one. And the one that I can see going far in her musical career. I'm not talking about Candy because Candy is that's an icon. Candy is a producer. She is out there. She's in a different place. Candy, it's a musical magic producer. But I'm talking about those housewives that have come on the show and release a song after the fact. like Luann and Erica Jane and all these people that have like singles, and especially Melissa Gorga and her like wannabe J Lo behavior. Yeah, I do think that Candice is the most talented musically wise on the Housewives. So seeing her going from having her solo music, her singles out there, drive back is on repeat on my playlist. Now to seeing her working with 90s icons, with people who have left a blueprint for the new generation, is amazing. So kudos, and congratulations to Candace. I'm in love with Insecure. Go listen to it. I don't get paid, for promoting this song. I'm just doing it because I truly love the show. I truly love her music, and I think it's worth the listen. And you're gonna love it. If you haven't, take a listen. Just do that. I'm going to pivot now to Family Karma, but I'm gonna be back next week for the recap for the next episode of Potomac, because as we saw on the um, episode trailer preview for next week, is going to be another crazy bomb, because Robin just dropped an audio where Candice is calling everybody out in a very not so nice way. But I'm gonna talk about that next week, because I also saw the live where she said those things, and I want to kind of like break it down, because it wasn't just that little part that Robin showed on the preview that she said stuff about them. The funniest part is that Candice actually said that she will support Robin's business. So to me, sounds like, once again, I said it before. This is not the first time that I'm saying this. Robin, Giselle, and Ashley have it after Candice, and this seems to be pre-produced before the show started filming. Before the show started filming, they sat down and they decided to go after Candace, because it's so random that at the beginning it was all about Chris's, alleged like harassment. And now they're trying to find little things that conveniently they pick to go after Candace, and stuff that are not as bad as stuff that they have said online, done on the show, or thing that we know, because we've been watching it for for 7 seasons now. So I'm starting to believe that this is an alliance. I mean, if you have the time, please leave your comment and let me know if you feel that way too. And tell me moments that you picked on the show that you said, yeah, they are in cahoot to take Candice down on this episode. So leave it in the comment. Let's go to Family Karma, because Family Karma is one of my favorite shows on Bravo right now. It's honestly one of the few shows that they have drama, but I don't see problematic drama, and I'm happy about that. It gets to show that you can be dramatic without being problematic. Uh, the show, on this particular episode, we have many issues between the cast members. One of the issues is Rishi and Monica. I'm keep saying this, you guys. Rishi is a red flag, like a big walking red flag. He keeps gaslighting Monica into believing that he doesn't want to move in with her, that he wants to move in with her, but he's making excuses, and those excuses, then he used them to make her feel that it's her fault. That's called gaslighting. And I have noticed that in the past few episodes, whenever they're talking about moving forward with their relationship, he always find a way to make her feel that she's on the wrong. She just wants to settle. And if you're not ready, Richie, just walk away. Let her go so she can find somebody who's ready. Just because you want her in your life doesn't give you the right to keep her around until you feel ready to move forward, when she's ready right now. At a brunch, We have Henry and the whole entire cast having a good time at this drag brunch, which I need to visit when I go down to Florida because it seems really, really fun. I want to see it. Maybe I can run into some of the cast members because they seem to go there all the time. So I need to find out all the details because I'm heading down to Florida eventually to have a good time. And I'm visiting this place because I want to have a good time with them. That'd be great, right? Well, they have been a nice brunch, and Enrib decide to drop a bomb, a gossip that he heard or somebody text him about Richie and Monica. He said that Richie is not faithful to Monica, and everybody on that table was like, no, 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 no. You better back this up. You better talk to her because this is gonna get out of this. And it's so funny how the editors, cut into little pieces of all the aunties getting the text messages and talking about it. And Anisha said, like, oh, I mean, in 30 minutes, it's not only us here in the US, this gossip got to India too. So it gets, it's funny because it's all about family. And family does that. Like, I have family in Spain, I have family in Colombia, and whatever I do, somehow, me, without even saying a damn thing, they find out what I'm doing. And I always get a text like, oh, we know you did this. I'm like, and how do you know? I haven't talked to anybody about it. Yeah, your mom told me. And I'm like, okay, who told my mom? And that's exactly what's happening in Family Karma. They share everything with everybody. Anisha went to Bali, who I love, and they were talking about it. And she told her, "Do not say anything. Remove yourself from the situation, and tell Anred to talk to Monica directly because she's gonna find out, and it's better to find out like through him because it's true. They're friends. They grew up together. There's nothing more disappointing to find out about gossips that a friend started or heard, and that person didn't have the ability to communicate that to the other person that's actually involved in the gossip. So, based on what I saw on the trailer, that's what's gonna happen in the next episode. He's gonna sit down um, with Monica. But we saw Brian. Brian is reacting in a different way because he's a really good friend with Richie. So I'm just hoping that he doesn't do the typical straight guys, thing that goes behind their back and they're trying to do like damage control because a lot of straight guys do that. Um, they don't look out after the girl; they look out after their body. And in this situation, I hope the Monica gets to the bottom of it all. I mean, she's gonna face Rishi in the next episode, and I'm truly looking forward to that because I really like Monica and I really want her to be happy. And as we saw in this whole entire episode too, you know, Vishal and Risha are not in such a great place in their marriage because Vishal seems to be drinking too much and she doesn't want him to be, drunk at all times. And she hasn't signed the marriage certificate. So technically, they're not married. I mean, they are married, but not legally married. And it's so funny how the editors keep making that a point. Every time that she showed up on the episode, they will say legally not married. I love that. I love how the editors keep everybody on check. In every single episode or every and on the past few franchises, the editors have made it a point to keep everybody on check. And family karma is not an excuse, it's not an exception. Um, just because it's a different type of show, it's not a housewife type of show, doesn't mean that they can get away with all the stuff. So good job, editors, for keeping them checked. The aunties having a good time. That's my favorite part of the show. I love when they show them all together. They were having a good time, dancing, cooking, getting ready for different events, and even Brian's dad was feeding one of the producers. That sent me to a different planet. I was laughing. And also the way that they are talking about Brian and Afni relationship. They didn't have a relationship. They went on a first date, but even just because it was a first date doesn't mean the aunties are already planning the future for Brian. The first date seems to have gone well, but based on Apney, Brian is more just like a friend. He doesn't see anything more than just a first date and a good friendship, especially because of the age difference. It seems like in the Indian culture, that's a big topic. And let's be honest, she just wanted to go on a one fun date with a younger guy. She got what she wanted. And now she's like, you know what? Let's just be friends. And guess what? That's okay. If you want to have a one night fun, outing in the city with a younger guy with consent, once again, consent, people. Consent is sexy. Go ahead and do it. Life is too short. Don't say no to the fun opportunity that come, into your life. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you have a great memory. So good job, Brian. Good job, Afni. She's in the middle of like decorating her home. We saw that with when Risha went and visit her. It was really funny. They're really good friends. I love them. They absolutely beautiful. Like every single one of those people. I'm so jealous. Like they are absolutely stunning. And I remember when I went to BravoCon, that was like that group when they walk into the room is like a big light, like a big ball of energy and beauty. So if you haven't watched Family Karma, I'm asking you please go watch it. It's an easy watch. If you haven't watched any of the previous season, it's only like 8, 9 episodes on each season, and they go quick because they're so likable, so amazing. They have drama, but the drama get resolved quick because they're friends for years, like childhood friends. Their families, they are, their families know each other even before they move to the States. So their connection is deeper. The connection is not just some kind of casting, putting them together, figure out what they do, fake friendships. No, no, no. These are real friendships with real people, real families. So go ahead, watch it. So you can come here and talk about it with me in the next recap. Okay, guys, that will be it for tonight. We have a lot going on this week in the Bravo universe. So go to my Twitter to catch up all the news, all the quick little, bits of Bravo fun. You can find it on my Twitter. It's Martini with Eddie. So it's my Instagram, my YouTube channels also Martini with Eddie. My TikTok is also Martini with Eddie. And if you like what I sell, subscribe, like, comment, do all the magic stuff the social media asks you to do. So, Martini with Eddie can continue doing what he's doing right now. I will see you guys next week. Have a great, great night. No, I will see you guys this Friday or before because we also have a new show coming out tonight, Southern Hospitality. And guess who's going to be tuning about it? This guy right here. So I'll see you guys this week with more Bravo content and more reality TV. Have a great night, you guys. Bye, besties.